Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my individual presentation. Before I start my presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Hellen Trimustika Sari. My ID is 21202126. In this presentation, I will talk about the effect of social media on mental health. And I will explain about definition, factual example, reason, explanation, and I will give a conclusion. The first is definition. Human beings are social creatures. We need the companionship of others to thrive in life, and the strength of our connection has huge impact on our mental health and happiness. Being socially connected, the others can stress, anxiety, and depression. Boost self-worth, provide comfort and enjoy, prevent loneliness, and even adjust to your life. On the flip side, lacking strong social connection can pose a serious risk to your mental and emotional health. In today's world, many of us rely on social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok to find and connect with each other. While each has its benefits, it's important to remember that social media can never be a replacement for real-world human connection. It requires in-person contact with others to trigger the hormone that alleviate stress and make you feel happier, healthier, and more positive. Ironically, for a technology designed to bring people closer together, spending too much time engaging with the social media can actually make you feel more lonely and isolated, and exacerbate mental health problems such as anxiety and depression. If you are spending an excessive amount of time on social media and feelings of sadness, dissatisfaction, frustration, or loneliness are impacting your life, it may be time to examine your online habits and find healthier balance. The second, I will talk about factual example. Does social media have a negative impact on mental health? Social media can get a lot of negative attention. There are a number of studies that look at the relationship between social media and mental health and whether or not it has a negative impact. And there are concerns that social media can lead negative feelings like a depression or anxiety, feeling more lonely or left out, losing sleep, or having negative experience like a cyberbullying. Unfortunately, we currently do not have good quality research to know for certain how social media use can impact people. And lots more research need to be done in this area before we can say for certain how much of a negative impact is having on mental health and well-being. And then, can social media be positive for your mental health? Of course, yes. Many people believe social media is a negative thing, but that's not necessarily true. Instead of focusing on how social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube can have a negative impact on mental health and well-being, it's better to look at the ways that it can be positive. Some positive include the fact that it's great for making and maintaining relationship with other people, self-expression, self-identity, emotional support, and community building. Next, I will explain about the reason. Most people, especially young and old, are able to moderate their use of social media so it doesn't take over their life. However, 20% of people who have at least one social media account feel they have to check them at least once every 3 hours to avoid feeling anxious. The phenomenon goes beyond fear of missing out, or FOMO. In fact, it now has its own name, social media anxiety disorder, as reported by the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, or ADAA. Another mental health disorder directly related to social media is Facebook depression. The American Academy of Pediatrics described it following: when adolescents and teens who spend time on social media begin to exhibit classic symptoms of depression or result the intensity of online world. The next, I will explanation about clear explanation. The calm feelings of inadequacy or insecurity caused by their social media activities, teens and adolescents must be taught that what they see on social media and elsewhere online often does not reflect the reality but rather is a bias representative of happening in their world. Avoiding uncomplimentary comparisons and breaking out of the negativity trap can be as easy as taking a break from social media and perhaps our online activity for days at time rather than just for an hour or two. Teens can learn a valuable lesson about their own self-worth as a result of the emotion they feel while using social media. How we truly feel about ourselves begins from the inside and is expressed outwardly. Conversely, social media can cause us to measure our self-worth by what other things, or lead us to create a false person in an attempt to be accepted by others. The last is conclusion. A recurring theme in the research and advice about contracting the negative impact of social media on youth mental health is to focus on the positive aspect of the technology. For parents and teachers, the challenge is to monitor children for signs of the negative effect of social media. They must also ensure that children are taught safe online practice to prevent them from becoming victims, whether by exposing their personal information or putting themselves at risk of abuse. Okay, maybe enough for my presentation today. If you are any suggestion or critical, please write in comment columns. Thanks for your listening. Thanks for your attention. Have a nice day. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.